You have a lot of nice silver out here on the counter, man.
Yeah, it's going away quickly. And when they go to a central bank digital currency, it's a baby step between that and a real economic war.
That is 90%. 1921. I don't ever hold on to this stuff long. I always come here.
Yeah.
It's not real.
No?
No.
How you doing? I'm actually here without a line, but this morning it was pretty intense, wasn't it?
It was from the minute I got in here, and I got here exactly at 11:30, and there was a guy waiting for me, but he waited for me to open up. I had to change the sign, and by the time I did that, there were another couple of guys, and then another couple of guys, and
Wow.
yeah, it got pretty busy.
Is this the year for gold?
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going up over 1900. It's going to take a while to get it back over 2000. A lot of that depends on what's going on in Washington. It's not looking good.
Here's the deal. I think a lot of people, I read this in the comments of my videos, they mock gold and silver as not being an inflation hedge, not being a way to protect your wealth against rising costs, to preserve your purchasing power as real money. And I think a lot of times it's because they're impatient. Sometimes I think gold and silver don't respond to inflation right away. There's a delay. There's a
That's
reaction over
definitely
time.
true. Yeah,
right?
And it's best reason to put your money into gold is it's in a safe place, out of the watchful eye of you know who. You can't do any banking. You can't keep an IRA or a 401k or any other instrument of security for your wealth without it being under the watchful eye of the government. But if you put gold, you buy gold, it's a chunk of money that you have put in a safe place that hopefully you'll never have to spend. Don't worry about the price. The price isn't really relevant. You're putting it in a safe place.
The value of gold over time against real goods, real services, that is what's preserved.
It's always been money. If if China and Russia and India and Japan are still accumulating gold, they're doing so for a reason. I don't know if this country is accumulating gold. I kind of doubt it because they want to rely on digital currencies for the future and get people away from those pesky precious metals. But digital currencies are going to present another whole host of problems. When you have a digital currency, you don't need the world's reserve currency. It doesn't need to be the dollar. And all those dollars around the world will come flying back to this country. Talk about inflation.
It's going to require a reset, Tim.
It will require a reset. And when they go to a central bank digital currency, it's a baby step between that and a real economic war. And a real economic war is what they're doing. If the European Union wants to link their digital currency with the Federal Reserve's digital currency, they are further isolating China, Russia, the entire Middle East, Africa, and most of South America. That's foolish, especially when you have 2/3 of the nuclear powers in the world on the other side. So, are they going to start a nuclear war? No, but they are going to start an economic war. And that's what the Chinese want to do. That's what the Russians want to do. It's just they're so short-sighted in this country that they're going to get us into a serious problem.
The reason why I buy from SD Bullion is because they're the top of the line. Service is unbelievable. The prices can't be beat.
Love doing business with them. They have the best prices. I trust them.
They're extremely easy to purchase through. They have great prices and great products.
Integrity and fast shipping. Just a quality organization.
A good friend of mine, Yankee Stacking, is the reason why I shop there.
You selling gold?
Yep.
Do you mind if I show you? on the camera?
No, that's fine.
So you're selling a, what is it, a quarter ounce?
Yeah.
It is a quarter ounce.
American Gold Eagle. Man, do you do that much? Sell it?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, you know, buy it, sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, here and there. I always bring it here, though.
Always here.
Yeah,
You get a great deal, huh?
even if there's a bunch of phone calls.
Oh, the phone never rings in Tim's shop. You have a lot of nice silver out here on the counter, man.
Yeah, it's going away quickly.
I still see the Scottsdale stacker from my last video. Any interest in that?
I think it's waiting for a buddy to stack with.
That's
something.
true. It needs a pair.
So if you know anybody who has one already, this one's looking for a home. And the price is still very good.
What is this? Metalor?
Yeah, that's what became of the Engelhard plant down in Attleboro.
Oh, Attleboro, Mass.
Yeah.
Wow. So this is vintage.
It is. Yeah.
Does it cost a lot more?
Probably not.
Yeah.
This is also Metalor. It doesn't even say on there. They had a variety of different bars, but their main business was refining, sterling silver into Comex bars, or something like that.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a Swiss company, and we've seen a lot of change in the silver production, especially in this country. When you'd call one of these companies, they'd say, well, do you have any of this? How many do you want? Do you have any of that? How many do you want? And it's not like that at all anymore. In fact, the company I deal with has taken the 5-ounce bars off their price list.
They're gone.
Gone. Yeah, there's none there. No 5-ounce bars. And, if there is a good, top-line manufacturer, I'll buy a lot of them. But that's the problem. We're just not seeing them.
What are you testing there, Tim?
It's a Morgan Dollar. It's not testing out. I don't know why. It's not testing on any of the 90%.
I know that's I looked it up before I brought it here, and that's what it said. So
Mm-hmm.
What did it say?
that is 90%, 1921.
If it's a legitimate,
Yeah,
not counterfeited,
exactly.
90% Morgan Silver dollar.
You'll find out.
Can you hand me the scale there?
Sure.
This black one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Put that there.
I've only had it for like 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever hold on to this stuff long. I always come here.
Yeah.
It's not real.
No?
It's supposed to
Oh.
be 26.7 grams. If you look at the numbers and the date with the magnifier, look at the numbers and the date with the
Okay.
magnifier.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I see it.
And you see the little dimples?
I do.
That was made from a sand casting.
No crap.
Wow.
Probably made in China.
Hey, it's worth a try. No crap. What do you look for in the dates?
Yeah,
Well,
I can see it.
The numbers are just all wrong.
Oh,
They
yeah,
are.
look
the
at
numbers
that.
just don't look right at all.
No. No. Hey. Now I learned something. Thank you.
Verify doesn't lie.
No.
The verifier doesn't lie.
No.
Doesn't lie.
Thank you.
The Sigma failed. The
Yeah.
weight failed.
Yes.
And just the sniff test, the way you looked at it, I could tell you
That's
you
right.
knew it was fake.
Well, 2 out of 3 that's all you need. You don't even have to smell it.
You're good at smelling it out, though, man.
Well, the numbers were all wrong. Anytime you see what looks like the dimples about the size of grains of sand,
Yeah.
that's from the casting.
Man, I wish I had gotten a better shot of that. I was so intent on looking at it myself, I didn't think about zooming in to show
With
people.
the numbers, I'm surprised the numbers were so far off.
They were bad. They were definitely bad. It was.
And why would you counterfeit a 1921?
That's a good question. Wouldn't you want to counterfeit a key date rare?
1893S, yeah. But that's too obvious.
Too obvious. Sandcasting. Interesting.
Or a bunch of CCs.
Well, that's why we test our silver, right?
Yeah.
And gold.
Yeah.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, awesome. How are you?
Good. What brings you into Tim?
Pretty much every day I hear that our great overlords in DC are printing and borrowing billions, trillions more. I'm actually working on an article for LibertyBlock.com right now about the omnibus bill.
Yes.
Yeah, it's my site about the omnibus bill,
Right.
and like just some of the stupidity. Another 45 billion to Ukraine. It'll total about 100 billion. So yeah, it's a few billion here and there to Ukraine's politicians, but also a few million or a few billion to border protection, but in Pakistan, not here. Border protection in like Pakistan, Jordan, Syria, and just a few hundred million here and a million here for gender studies all over the world. So whenever I hear they're going to be printing billions more, I tell my wife that means that the few dollars we have is worth less and less and less, and I'm going to go buy some silver. And she's like, well, we need to have some FRNs, and I'm like, well, we'll have a few on hand in case we need it. But yeah, I mean, it's incredible. I only learned a few years ago that like in 1965 they took the silver out of the coins. It's so sickening, robbing us of our money.
Most civilizations have over time. The Greeks did it. The Romans did it.
Yep.
Governments, they debase our currency, and that's what we're seeing now in spades. And it's going to get worse.
It's going to get a lot worse. If the Republicans don't understand the mission and they don't get started on the mission like really soon, we're all doomed. I mean, they're collecting fat salaries. I know the AOC says you can't live on $175,000 a year. In fact, she may have to sell her Tesla.
In Democrat cities like DC, it actually is hard to live on 150 grand a year, I think. I was in New York City for 10 years. If you're in New York City, you make 100 grand a year, you're not that rich. In fact, in some areas in New York City, you will not be able to actually pay the rent or mortgage with 150 grand.
Yeah.
And especially, with inflation and everything else going on right now, like 170. I mean, she's probably making millions elsewhere from like one of her ventures that she sells like anti-capitalism shirts on her website, which I think is awesome. It's hilarious. Well, she has other ventures too. But yeah, I mean, just 170 is not that much money anymore.
Isn't that sad?
It's yes, in a lot of ways, it's very sad. Especially somebody who is against capitalism because she thinks it's the opposite of socialism, which it isn't. Capitalism is just a feature of a large free market economy. And free enterprise is what built this country, not capitalism. Capitalism was the vehicle. Socialism, it never was an economic system. It's always been a political system.
Right. A doomed one.
Yeah, it's failed everywhere. Everywhere it's tried, even the Roman Empire. Central control doesn't work. I would love to make a speech on the floor of the Congress because these guys better get off their butts and start moving the country back to where it was. And they don't need Donald Trump. They need some common sense. It's everything.
Yes.
It's inflation, it's corruption, it's just everything that's been going wrong. They need to rebuild the petroleum industry, and they need to start doing that now. They need to close the damn border down because there are tens of thousands of people dying at that border. There are going to be homeless camps, not just all over Texas where they're starting, but all over the country. We have too many people that are homeless. All the bills that were passed under Pelosi, all this spending is built in.
It's all
It's
there.
going to go on for the next 10 years.
It is.
And we need a Congress to stop it. We need a Congress to sit down and go to work and stop the nonsense. But, all these little regulations that they've given to the banks to play with, they're designed to squeeze money out of people who can ill afford to pay more taxes. But I mean, for me to deposit $200 in my sister's account, they needed, I need your license, your social security information, and they built a case for the IRS right there in this bank. Well, not my bank, but just because I was putting $200 in cash in my sister's account. You listen to Janet Yellen sit there and say, we chose $600 to catch those high-income tax cheats. I just about fell off my chair. $600 has become high income to these people. Why? Well, because they can't get anything out of millionaires and billionaires because they all have lawyers and accountants. So we'll squeeze the little guy who can't afford it. I mean, it's unbelievable what's going on in this government. And plus, if you don't agree with everything that we say, we're going to raid your house. We're going to raid your house and take everything you have because you'll be under investigation for protesting at a school board meeting. I mean, the whole world is turned upside down. And, is it Biden's fault? He probably doesn't even know what's going on. But the stuff that Congress has let get through is absolutely criminal. And, there doesn't seem to be any payback for these people. They seem to get away with whatever they want to get away with. What they don't understand is when they build this police state, they're going to be falling down as well. They're going to be the little people that they go after next. But all these congressmen who just go along with every stupid bill and don't question it, they're next. Or they think it's just going to be Trump supporters who get raided by the FBI or squashed by the IRS. No. What were you looking for?
Well, I get like the cheapest generic, whatever stuff. Just or four silver quarters.
Silver quarters.
Silver quarters. Yeah, I got a lot of those.
Is that still 24?
No, they're 23.
Okay, all right, I'll go 4 of those.
4? Okay.
Yeah, please. Thanks.
Hey, while you're back there, Tim, could you grab me a roll of dimes?
A roll of dimes, like a $5 roll of dimes. Yeah.
Yes, like a $5 roll of dimes.
You're getting cheaper and cheaper every day.
What are you talking about? I want to buy some gold.
Oh, okay. We'll get you some gold.
All right, I'm looking at this with rapt interest, Tim.
It is wrapped, isn't it? I don't know. I just don't think it's heavy enough. And what is it? 20. Yeah, it didn't feel like 40. So I have another 10 Buffaloes and another 10 Maple Leafs on order right now. Everything comes in at a different schedule, and I got one guy who's looking for 10 Maple Leafs, but then I got 10 here that are going to 3 or 4 people. That's the way it always is.
Ooh. These are mine, right?
No, I didn't count them. I just brought a bunch out so you can make a roll up.
All rosies.
Oh,
I think so.
that bag was mixed.
Although some people like the Mercs, Winged Liberties.
Winged Liberties, yeah.
Because they are beautiful, and you know that they're silver
And the
just by
theme is
looking at
important.
them.
See, the Liberty on the Winged Liberty dime has a Liberty cap on, but wings attached to the cap. That signifies freedom of thought, and that's perfectly logical. But the Mercury in the FTD Flores has a cap on with wings on the cap. So they started calling it the Mercury dime. It's a shame because it was never a Mercury dime. It was never intended to be a Mercury dime. We need a pair of scissors over there.
Whoa. Oh, they're gorgeous.
And
you selling these?
yeah, there's a kilo, a half kilo, and a quarter kilo. And they're a special issue from PAMP.
Are you selling them?
Proof strikes. Yeah, I just, it's...
Are you tempted to keep them yourself?
Oh, I was, but, I had a big coin collection when I came in here. I also had a lot of junk silver. It took about maybe a year for my entire collection to be part of the inventory. Especially,
it seeded your business.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, if I've said before on camera that if I had to start this business now, I wouldn't do it. It just requires too much capital.
So when you see something like this, your inner stacker comes out, and you're like, I want these.
Yeah, well, they're beautiful.
They really are.
And the quality is unbelievable. They come in their own plastic case. The kilo and the half kilo are the same size, but one is thinner than the other.
You read my mind. That's why. Okay. Man. Oh, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful bars. Wow. Those are really cool. All right, so Buffalo?
Yep, there are buffaloes here.
I think you're right. I think gold 1900 is definitely a possibility this year.
Well, as long as people understand, it's not a place to make a profit on your investment. It's a safe place to put your money.
That's right.
This one's 2022. I had one of these come in yesterday. A fellow wanted to know if it was genuine, but the ridges, when they were pushed in the side, pushed the metal up. So it was like a sawtooth.
Speaking of genuine,
yes.
Shall we test?
Would you like me to test this?
Of course.
Yeah. Well, I won't mention the wholesaler's name, but they have never given me anything that wasn't genuine. Okay. Right in the middle.
Dead center.
Dead center.
All right, that one's mine. If you're interested in a pocket pinger, check it out right there in the description. Oh, and silver. Those ping well too, especially the smaller ones. Cool.
Let's see. Your package is ready to go, as long as I can get enough time to get it over to the post office.
Well, I saw you said Yankee out to deliver your last batch.
Yeah, he makes a pretty good delivery boy. Yeah. Gavin, just say hello to Yankee. He's sitting right here.
How you doing?
Hello, sir. How are you today? I just finished watching you guys' video, and I heard you were employed as mailman.
Anything to help Tim out. Hey, do you mind if I record you?
Sure. Go ahead.
Where are you from?
From Honolulu, Hawaii.
Hawaii? Wow. Is it through my channel that you connected up with Tim?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Wow.
sir. I ordered 5 tubes of Silver Eagles.
Eagles. Nice.
You got them for a good price. I can't buy them now for that price.
Yes, sir. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to say anything, but yeah, whenever they get here, they get here. No rush.
That's great.
It's the 2023s they're taking orders for them, but the pricing is a little better than 22, but it's not as good as I thought it was going to be.
Why did you go after Eagles?
Mostly liquidity.
That's a good reason.
I can get rid of them quicker if I have to, but I'm not really looking to get rid of anything in the near future. I just like to stack them.
Good for you.
Well, that's the right reason to buy Eagles, definitely, because they are the most liquid.
And is the premium starting to come down a little bit?
The premium came down to, well, the 2022s were 40, and now we're selling them for 36.
Okay.
And I think the 2023s are going to start out around 32 or 33, something like that. So they're coming down slowly, but U.S. Mint has to keep up with demand. That's the problem. And it's not that they're not efficient enough. They're using a tremendous amount of silver.
And it doesn't look like 2023 is going to be a very good year for Eagle production with the U.S.
It's starting at the mines. We still have very expensive diesel fuel, and wages are going up. It's going to be hard for them to get silver at a reasonable price.
Mm-hmm.
I pray for this country.
Yeah, we were just discussing that.
Well, you gentlemen, and God bless you, and take care.
God bless.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to start my Silver Dime Guardhouse box project. I actually got to get the guardhouse box, Tim. I don't have the box yet, but I will get it. And then if you're interested in the box that I get, I'll put that link as well in the description below. All right. You have a good day.
You as well. Thank you.